Back with Talk to the Experts. I'm Greg Morgan. With me from Campbell Haliburton Insurance is Dave Arnold. And Dave, you just told the dramatic story of yourself losing your home. It blew up.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's jump to the daunting task. This is what people really never want to experience. Making a claim, quite honestly.
Yeah.
And it could be small, it could be medium, large, it could be as bad as what you've experienced. But that process of making a claim doesn't have to be as difficult as you think when you get there, does it?
No. First thing, advise your broker, obviously, and, do what you can. But basically, you report the claim and you'll call in and just say, okay, here's the basic, and here's kind of what happened.
Yeah.
And they'll take the basic information from you, and then they will assign an adjuster. The insurance company assigns an adjuster. The adjuster's the one who oversees the claim.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of like the quarterback of the claim. They're the ones that determine ultimately, okay, what was the cause of the loss? Is that loss insured?
Yeah.
What is insured? What? So they kind of parse it out, and they're trying to work towards a resolution of this claim that's amenable both to the insurance company and obviously to the client. So they're going to ask you for, information, so what, is missing or what is damaged or what is lost. And in a case of a total loss or a fire, for example, that's going to be an extensive list. If it's a break-in or theft, there's still going to be a list, but what's going to be on it, right? If it's damage, like if there's water damage in a basement, or in this case, the damage from the explosion, you need to get it fixed. Well, who do you get quotes from? Well, you get the quotes as the client.
My choice, where I go?
But the adjuster may ask for multiple quotes.
Oh, okay.
And the thing is, a lot of people go, well, gee, where do I get the quotes from? The adjuster can't tell you who to go to.
Yeah.
They can't. Right? They can give you some guidance in, well, maybe look in these areas or these types of things, but they can't tell you, oh, go here, go here, go here, generally speaking. And so you need to get those quotes. And a lot of people don't realize that if they haven't been through the claims process.
Yeah.
It's like with the hail damage that we had last year, where all those roofs and siding and all those cars that just got banged up from the hail. People are responsible to get their own quotes from the roof.
Yeah.
The insurance company or the adjuster may send someone out to look at the roof and determine, okay, how much damage is there? Is this damage covered? Were the shingles 20 years old? Were they 5 years? All those types of things. But ultimately, it's up to you to get those quotes and say, okay, here's the quotes I've gotten. And again, communicate directly with the adjuster on that. If you have questions about the process itself, talk to your broker for sure.
This is a pretty patient process you have to go through. And people...
It really is.
It's an investment in your home or your belongings, insurance, and I believe in it entirely. But you also have to accept the fact that when you do need it, there's a process, and you're not going to instantly get a check. That's not how it operates.
Yeah.
But there's also something that people are scared about insurance too, right? Is how easy is it to get my claim in the end? There's a process, but let's face it, Campbell and Haliburton Insurance has been around a long time.
Yeah.
You're getting your claims filled out here, and eventually you will find success. There's always that bit of mystery, right? People still to this day think, oh, how easy am I going to get it, though? Do I really need it?
And part of it depends on timing. If there's one of those mass events, like that hailstorm, for example, good luck trying to get roofing companies up to do the quotes, right? It was very difficult for a while there. And not every claim is going to be resolved exactly the way the client wants it resolved.
Yeah.
They may think, well, no, I think it should have been this, or I think it should have been this.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, the insurance companies want to make sure that the clients are happy, that the clients have been taken care of, and that they have lived up to what they said that they would live up to as an insurance company.
Yeah.
There are some cases where people may file a claim and the loss simply isn't covered.
Yeah.
It's just, it could be excluded under the policy, or they didn't have that type of coverage. They decided they didn't want that.
Dave, you must educate yourself through this process quite often.
Oh, yeah.
Every case is different. And in the end, working with your clients after claims, What sort of feedback do you get? What's the experience like after you've finished a claim off?
It's nice to see a good resolution, you
Yeah.
know, and you hope a good resolution is where the client is satisfied and the client has said, yeah, no, I understand this. Again, is it going to be 100% smooth all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah.
It's our job as brokers to try to, kind of calm those waters a little bit.
And that's why I think it's
when you get a successful resolution, then you feel good as a broker, and you're glad that the
your
client
client
is
is too.
happy.
And that's why I think it's so important too to walk into Campbell and Haliburton. It's okay to interview you guys.
Yeah,
You want to feel
absolutely.
comfortable, and that's the whole part. This is a process the two of you are going to be involved in if you ever get to this stage.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have a comfort level going there too. We only have a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
So advice. Someone who has just got a new home, perhaps has never had insurance. Daunting task, or should it be? What do we need to know?
It doesn't have to be daunting, but there's a lot of information to absorb. You want to make sure that, number one, that you are insured the way you want to be insured or need to be insured. So for the correct amount of coverage and the right types of coverage.
Yeah.
And your broker can explain, here's your options and choices when it comes to the ways to insure your home. And then you make an educated choice or decision on how you want to insure your property, your home.
Yeah.
Ask questions. Ask your broker questions. If something is just, well, okay, I don't really understand. What was that part? Get them to explain it again in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
We don't expect everyone to know everything about this. I sure didn't when I went through it.
Yeah.
So ask those questions.
And might I add, too, a perk of having a great broker is they will identify where they can save you money when renewal comes up, right?
Yeah. We try to review absolutely, all the policies that come through for renewal and go, are there better options? Based on the coverages here, is there a comparable coverage available for perhaps a lower premium that might work for the client?
Yeah, it's so important to re-examine your insurance yearly, isn't it? Really?
It really is. And even if, you just kind of go over it on the phone, that's great. If you want to come in, that's great. But if you're not sure what coverages you've got on your policy, and many people aren't sure, talk to your broker. Pick up the phone. Talk to your broker.
I do.
Make an
I'm
appointment.
constantly asking, I'm going on vacation. Do I have this coverage?
Yeah. What do I need to do? What do I not need to do? Absolutely.
for
Great
sure.
questions to ask.
Well, Dave, it's been a pleasure having you back here in the studio. And if anyone wants to interview you at Campbell and Haliburton, how do they get a hold of you?
You can just reach out. Go through our website, mych.ca. Always the best way. All the contact information is there, mych.ca. And we're right on the corner of 13th and Retallick, right in Cathedral, right by the Safeway there.
Thanks, Dave. Nice to have you back.
Hey, it's great being in. Good chatting.
You've been listening to Talk to the Experts. I'm Greg Morgan, the one and only Dave Arnold.